Now, if you can imagine 5 stories of that and a half of a city block, and beautiful plants of all kinds growing inside, and restaurants associated with them all the way around it, and green markets, come on, what's wrong with this picture? Nothing's wrong with that picture, nothing. So that's what the future could hold for us if we decided that this was a good idea that needs to be at least tried. Everybody should get the same amount of food, though. Everybody should get the same amount of water. Why is that a privilege rather than a right of being born into the human race?
The top trays are going to get the maximum light. The lower trays, particularly the bottom ones, are very shaded. But by it moving, that opens up the trays to different angles of sunlight. This system...
to bring water to these 1.2 billion people on the planet that do not have access to clean drinking water.
That's right. They're saying global water shortages, big companies are grabbing up all the big aquifers, they're jacking up water prices. Well, hey, this just completely cuts them out because, hey, you've got this this system. I mean, this is amazing.
Right. It gives you complete control. It's the equivalent of being off-grid with your water, your drinking water.
Basically extracts the humidity from the air, creates pure hot and cold drinking water. There's no water source needed, no plastic bottles needed. It takes it through a filterization process. Once it extracts the water, it limits your ability to take water from the earth, which we all know is a vital resource that we're losing every day.
Biosand, solar disinfection, activated sodium chloride, atmospheric water generators, fog fences, humidity wells. All of these could create, or clean, billions of liters of water. Why does the media write thousands of pages about insufficient water supplies, without giving airtime to implementable solutions?
That said a new $1 billion crop for the farmers. Most people that I talked to had no idea, just like me, that hemp and marijuana was the same thing. We were ignorant of that fact. Also, we were ignorant of the fact that hemp could be used as food. It can be used as clothing. The first Levi's in this country were made from hemp. The first Bibles were printed on hemp paper. The Declaration of Independence, the first 2 copies of this was printed on hemp paper. People don't know that.
Rope for marine rigging and towing, for hay forks, derricks, and heavy-duty tackle. Light-duty fire hose. Thread for shoes for millions of American soldiers. And parachute webbing for our paratroopers.
You know how email changed old-fashioned mail forever?
Yes.
Well, Bitcoin is changing money forever. Based on some old technologies and some very new technologies. Bitcoin is the result of combining cryptographic encryption security plus the idea of a limited quantity commodity, similar to gold and silver, where there's only so much of it, and using it as money plus the idea of massive numbers of computers connected by the internet, forming a strong, resilient, indestructible network. It's called a cryptocurrency. Since the invention of Bitcoin, money will never be the same.
Bob, why would I use Bitcoin?
Bitcoin transactions are free. Bitcoin payments are sent with one click, just like email. Payments are irreversible. There's no such thing as a chargeback with Bitcoin. It's as secure as all other online banking existing in the world today. Bitcoin has no central issuing entity, therefore, no single point of failure. The entire internet would have to go down in order for the Bitcoin network to fail. In the Bitcoin economy, there is no central bank, no Federal Reserve. The value of Bitcoins does not go down when the Fed decides to print more money.
Fog collection has proven to be a safe and effective water solution for high-elevation arid communities. Fog consists of millions upon millions of microscopic water droplets. The fog droplets are collected on a specially chosen vertical polyethylene mesh. The tiny droplets come together to form larger drops of water that run down the mesh and are collected in a trough. The water then flows into a storage tank. Local residents can access the storage tanks as a clean water source. A large fog collector can produce as much as 500 litres of water a day, although the average daily production is normally around 200 litres. In Nepal, fog collectors have been installed in the eastern part of the country. Here, in the foothills of the Himalayas, women and children traditionally walk for long distances to gather buckets of water from polluted streams. This arduous task has been eliminated where fog collectors have been installed.